Welcome to another RSR. Tonight we're reviewing Djurgården IF 1, Chelsea FC 4, the 2024-25 UEFA Conference League semifinal leg 1. Chelsea win dominantly in Sweden. They do allow a goal, but overall, Chelsea look like the team that you would expect them to look like. They've looked really good since they've lost at home to Legia Warsaw. It's like they had a wake-up call there. They played really well tonight, strong, and did their job. 13-minute, Jadon Sancho scores, takes a shot, hits it off the defender, but it was going on net anyway. Popped into the net, 0-1. Jadon Sancho gets a Conference League goal, finally. Noni Madueke scores, ball crossed to him from the angle, slots it home, low and in, 0-2. Perfect goal from Noni Madueke. Amazing goal. 43rd minute. Chelsea has a 2-0 lead. Halftime 0-2. 59th minute. Jackson makes a run. Dispossesses the defender. Rounds the keeper pretty much. Just rolls it in. 0-3. Then 65th minute. What a goal by Jackson. Just lobs it. An absolute masterclass, 65 minutes in, 0-4. Jackson with 2 goals. And then for Djurgården, Isak Alamehu Muguleta scores 1-4 with a header that just goes over the hand of Jorgensen. And in the end, you really can't do nothing about it. 1-4. And Djurgården loses 1-4, but they get a goal at home, so good for them. But in the end, I think this tie pretty much is done and dusted. I think we know where it's going. Chelsea has a 3-goal lead going back home to Stamford Bridge next week. If they don't make the final, it's an absolute disaster. Hey, Legia Warsaw can even beat them with a 3-goal lead going back, so I think they're probably advancing, but who knows? Full-time stats are as follows. 16 shots to 12, 5 shots on goal to 7, 42% possession to 58% possession, 515 passes to 726, 89% pass accuracy to 93, 10 fouls to 8, 0 offside to 1, 1 yellow card to 2, 0 red cards to 0, 3 corners to 4. For me, this is about what you would have expected if you're Chelsea. Yes, they could have done better. I think there was partially a point where they could have done better, but overall, I think they were solid. I think they played one of their best games since December. Watching this, I thought this was a solid performance. This was one of their best games since December. Since the turn of the year, this was one of their best games. And they've been playing better since that wake-up call a couple of weeks ago against Legia Warsaw at Stamford Bridge. They've been playing better, but this was the Chelsea we've been used to seeing from August to December, from the 2024 half of the season. And that's exactly what you want. They're waking up at the right time for top 5 and to maybe somehow win this trophy. Betis did beat Fiorentina today, but they have to go to Italy to finish off that tie. And they have, I think it's still a 1-goal lead. So anything could happen there. Chelsea can win this. If they play their best, they could get top 5 and go to the Champions League next year. They could win this trophy, but they have to play their best. And this was another piece of a good start to that. Because again, overall, they could have folded. But what happened was they've won 2 straight Prem games. They've won this game pretty strongly. I know they won't beat Liverpool. It would be crazy if they did. If they do, that's when I think we all start being like, hey, they might. Okay, this team has turned over a new leaf. But overall, they've had moments. The question is can they keep this going for another month, give or take? At least to have a fight against Liverpool. Go up to Newcastle, throw a fight against them. Play Forest. Play United. I think if they could keep playing like this, play Djurgården at home, conference final. Yeah, I mean, if they keep playing like this, I really feel like there's no worries. But the problem is will they keep playing like this? That's the question. But with that being said, I'm sitting here wowed. Like, Chelsea had a really good game. 4 subs at the half was crazy. But Chelsea, 4-1's a fair result. I think Djurgården wanted to make their fans happy, at least get a goal at home. They did that. They had some solid defense. They weren't totally out of their depth. They also were at home, so that matters. But overall, I'm sitting here looking at it like, okay, good job, Chelsea. Hold on at home. Get the job done over there. You're on your way. And, yeah. So far, good enough. Good enough. With that being said, you sit here, you're like, okay, we got to see more. Chelsea overall, plaudits to everybody except Jorgensen. Well, he had a good game. Besides that header, I can't get mad at that. That was a hard one to save. So, nothing against him either. This was mostly their normal Conference League game from the group stage and up until leg 2 against Legia Warsaw. But this was really good. And I'm happy with it. Keep playing like this, good. But they will be going to the final if they could at least score a goal at home. If they score a goal at home, no matter what happens, they'll go to the final. I don't think they'll allow 4 goals at Stamford Bridge. No, or 3 for that matter. I don't think that'll happen. Score a goal, Stamford Bridge, you're on. I think they'll win the second leg. I don't think they'll do the same thing they did a couple of weeks ago. See what they do against Liverpool? They got Liverpool, then they got the second leg of this. They got a couple more Prem games. And then the Conference League final. I think the Conference League final is after the Prem, right? Or is it, maybe it's the Wednesday before the Prem. Either way, one or the other. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. Man of the match, Jackson. 2 goals, good job. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with his performance. This is what I wanted to see. They did it. And they're pretty much through. That's what you want. With that being said, I want to thank some new members, all Dynasty Stars. Dylan93 for joining the Dynasty Stars tier and then gifting 5 Dynasty Stars memberships to Nestor Pinillos, Risklander, EXE616, Pedro Méndez, and Froggy V. Those 5 gifted memberships, they'll be members for a month. All their names are going into the description. Of course, for the gifted, they'll be there for a month unless they choose to stay. Dylan will be there as long as he's a member. But 6 new Dynasty Stars, at least for a month. See how many stay, we'll find out. But with that being said, thanks to the new members. It's awesome to see that. And shout outs to you. Thank you for being here. I love to see it. And they deserve that shout out. With that being said, if you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send some chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you at 5:55 for a double live watch along. The start of a double live watch along. We start with Ottawa. Toronto Maple Leafs at Ottawa Senators, Game 6 of the first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. And we lead into Cruz Azul versus Tigres, the second leg of the CONCACAF Champions Cup semifinal. The winner plays Vancouver in the final on June 1st. Will they host them? If there's a winner outright, they will. If it's a draw, whether it's an extra time decision, away goals, or a 0-0 draw, Vancouver will host the final. So they still have a chance with how they beat Miami. With that being said, I will see you later for both of those, and we have a double review once both those games are over. So once we get past Cruz Azul Tigres, we will have a double review, no question. We'll talk about both, spend about 10-15 minutes on both games. It might be a 30-minute video, but there you go. So I will see you later tonight, and then we got Friday. Be sort of a busy day, and then we are on our way. With that being said, I will see you later. I'm Ryan, and I'm out. Peace. Let's go, Chelsea. Come on, Chelsea. Amazing win. Keep it going.